Fifth grade, chapter 7, lesson 3, fractions and whole number multiplication. Unlock the problem. Charlene has 5 1-pound bags of different colored sands. For an art project, she will use 3/8 pounds of each bag of sand to create a colorful sand art jar. How much sand will be in Charlene's sand art jar? So how much sand is in each bag?
1 pound.
1 pound. Will Charlene use all of the sand in each bag?
No, she will only use 3/8 pounds.
Multiply a fraction by a whole number. Shade the model to show 5 groups of 7/8. So they show that there's 5, and then of one group you would color in 3. So they drew 5 more individual boxes. So of those individual boxes, how many do I need to color of each one?
3.
3. So multiply the number of 8 size pieces in each one. So we had how many boxes? 5. We colored in 3. So 5 times 3 is
15.
And then our denominator stays the same. So then over here, I need to color in how many of these 1/8 size pieces? 15, right? So here's 8. How many of the next box do I color in? 7. So that equals 1 whole and 7 eighths. So we learned that 15/8 also equals 1 and
7/8.
So there are 1 and 7/8 pounds of sand in Charlene's sand art jar. Example, multiply a whole number by a fraction. Kirsten brought in 4 loaves of bread to make sandwiches for the class picnic. Her classmates used 2/3 of the bread. How many loaves of bread were used? So shade the model. So they gave us 4 big pieces. How many pieces do I need to break each one of those into? 3. Then, of each of those 3 pieces, how many do I color? 2. We use our denominator to decide how many pieces to break it into, our numerator to decide how many to color. So we had how many loaves of bread, guys? 4. We colored in 2, and what was our denominator the whole time? 3. So 4 times 2 is 8, and then 3 is our denominator because it stays the same. So how many pieces did we break the bread into? 3. And then now we know 8/3 needs to be colored in. So I'm going to color in 8 of those 12 pieces. So how many did I color in completely? 8/3, which also equals how many wholes?
2 and 2/3.
2 and 2/3. So 2 and 2/3 loaves of bread were used. Would we have the same amount of bread if we had 4 groups of 2/3 loaf? Explain. So yes, because 2 times 4 is still 8, right? Find the product. Write the product in simplest form. So this is where we're going to do what we kind of did yesterday. Instead of drawing all these pictures, we're going to go ahead and just set it up. So how would I write that? 4 over 1 times 7/8. Can I reduce before I begin?
Yes.
Yes. What goes into both 4 and 8?
4.
4. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 8 twice. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is
2.
So what would this be reduced?
3 and 1/2.
3 and 1/2. 5 nights times 12. How am I going to write that?
5 nights times 12 over 1.
Can I simplify before I begin?
Yes.
Yes. What goes into both 9 and 12?
3.
3 goes into 9.
3 times.
3 goes into 12.
4 times.
So 4 times 5 is
20.
over. 3
Three.
times 1 is.
3.
How many times does 3 go into 20?
6.
6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. 20 minus 18 is
2/3.
2/3. Share and show. Find the product. Write the product in simplest form. So 3 over 2, 3 times 2/5. So basically they said you would just write 3 times 2 over 5, right? 3 times 2 is 6 over 5. So 6/5 equals
1 and 1/5.
Alright, so how would we write the next one? 2/3 times what? Times 5 over 1. Can we simplify?
No.
No. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 1 is, what is that simplified? 3 and 1/3. How am I going to write the next one?
6 over 1 times 2/3.
6 over 1 times 2/3. Can I simplify before I start?
Yes.
Yes. What goes into 3 and 6 both? 3. 3 goes into 3. 3 goes into 6. Twice. 2 times 2 is
4.
1 times 1 is
1.
not simplified as.
4.
How am I going to write the next one?
5 7 times 4.
5 sevens times 4 over 1. Can I reduce? No. 5 times 4 is 7 times 1 is. What is that reduced? 2 and
6 7.
2 and 6 sevenths. Then you guys would do on your own with your partners. And then let's go ahead and do 11. How do we set that up?
3/5 times 11 over 1.
Can I simplify before I start?
No.
Nope. So that becomes 3 times 11 is
33.
over 5, which equals.
6 3/5.
How am I going to set up the next one?
3 over 1 times 3/4.
Can I simplify?
No.
Nope. 3 times 3 is
9/4.
9/4, which equals
2 and 1/4. 4.
2 and 1/4. How am I going to set up the next one?
5/8 times 3 over 1.
Can I simplify?
No.
Nope. 5 times 3 is,
15 over 8.
which equals.
1 and 7/8.
Okay, down here. We know that we need to, I taught you guys to put the whole number over a 1, right? How, can I simplify this?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
This would be a 1 and this would be a
4.
4. So how would I get from this box times 4 to 4? What would be on the top? 1. So the box would equal 1. Over here, this would be something over 1. It says times 5, 6 equals 26. So what times 5 gets us 20?
4.
4. And then on 16, we know this would be over 1, and this would be over 1. So what would I do to simplify this to get 3? What times 3 gets me 18? 6.